In the past, we have seen some really cool RC releases by Pinecone Models, including their extensive range of 1/16 scale rally and on-road cars. Now those little cars are seriously fun, you do get a lot for your money, and they're also a really good way to get people into the RC hobby. But today we're going to be taking a look at something completely different. This is the new Pinecone Models 1205 Utility Terrain Vehicle. Doesn't this thing look super cool? It's 1/12 scale, it's officially licensed by CF Moto and based on the real-life UTV produced by CF Moto, known as the Z-Force 1000 Sport R. With the recent release of the Losi 1/10 scale UTV, it was only a matter of time before a cheaper brand would adopt the same idea and give us a more affordable way to own something completely new and different. Comparing this to its real-life counterpart, I think Pinecone Models have done a great job with it, and it almost looks identical to the real thing. Now this thing is super cheap, it only costs around £50 or $60, and even though it's cheap, is it actually going to be any good? Now we will take a much closer look at this little UTV in a moment, but first let's take a look at what we get in the box. So let's start with the transmitter then. Now this thing is quite basic, it is also quite small. We've got a foam grip on the wheel. This is a 3-channel transmitter. Now we've got our steering trim adjustment, steering dual rate, and this is where we switch our headlights on and off. We've also got a speed switch on the side with 3 different settings. We have got a black and white manual which looks more like a quick start guide. There's no exploded diagrams and there's no part numbers anywhere. We've also got a screwdriver and a little tool here which I think is to help us open the battery tray. Battery wise, we've got an 800 mAh 2S lithium ion, and it does say LiPo on the label, but I'm pretty sure these are lithium ion cells. And you also get the mud guards in the box, which you will have to fit yourself as well. As you can see, I've already done that. So back to this cheap RC car then. Now initial impressions, I think it looks really cool. It's something new, it's something different, and I actually really like this idea. Now I've got the orange one here, but you can also get this in white. So external features, well, there isn't really a huge amount going on here. We haven't got a front bumper or a rear bumper, but what we do get is a really cool storage box on the back. Now if we look inside, we can see we have got a full interior. That is actually really cool. And that is pretty much it, so let's talk about the electronics. So under the body we have got a 280 sized brushed motor with a heatsink, a 2-in-1 ESC and receiver, and finally a 1.8 kilogram steering servo. And as you can see here, I have had to take the body off to show you those components. So moving on, let's talk about the chassis features then. Now we have got friction shocks all round, and I have to say they don't feel great. The good news is you will be able to get a metal upgraded set. We've also got plastic CVDs on the front and rear, and again metal upgrades will be available if you want to upgrade these later. Now this thing is primarily plastic and it does feature plastic gears, but the nice thing is it does also feature ball bearings. We have got a metal centre drive shaft, all-terrain rubber tyres which feel nice and soft, and of course this is 4-wheel drive and it does feature fully proportional steering and throttle. Now pretty much everything on this UTV is made out of plastic, and that does make it extremely lightweight. So this is where we use the little tool to open the battery tray, and this is where our battery is housed. It's not very big, but I'm pretty sure the stock battery is going to give us decent runtime anyway. So quick LED light test then. Now at the front we have got our headlights, and we can switch those on and off using the channel 3 button on the transmitter. They're not very bright, but they are a nice little addition. On the rear we have got our reversing lights, and we've also got brake lights. And that is pretty much it. Now if you want to check out the full spec, I will leave a link down below so you can head over to Banggood and check it out. Now I wasn't going to do a speed test on this because it's not going to be very fast, but you don't buy one of these for the speed. So there's always that one person who says, why didn't you speed test it, man? I wanted to find out how fast it would go. Well, I'm going to do it for you. Right, so I've got the GPS running. Let me just switch up to the last setting on the speed switch. So this is the fastest we'll be able to go with this today. Yeah, it's not very fast. But again, you know, you don't buy one of these for speed. This is probably going to be one of the slowest cars I've had on my channel all year. But it does look cool. And it's super cheap. So we'll give it a chance. Right, let's bring it back, let's see what we got. I think we're going to get about 10. So we're going to hit stop and read. We got 9, which is pretty much spot on what they've advertised. A quick off-road test then, and straight away, well, you can sort of see it yourself. It's extremely bouncy with those friction shocks. Now that said, this thing is still a lot of fun and it looks super cool. And even though it's not the fastest thing out there, I don't think that really matters because it's still a really cool little car. Now for the price, we're talking £50 or $60. I mean, come on, it's not a huge amount of money. This is something new, something different, and something we haven't seen before, apart from the extremely expensive Losi. And if you like the look of that, then why wouldn't you get one of these? If you're looking for performance, you're not going to find it here. This is purely just for fun. The LED lights look really cool in the dark, and they really add to the scale realism. Now I'm very interested to see how it would perform with the metal upgrades, and again I'm talking about the metal CVD drive shafts and the metal oil filled adjustable shocks. Now I'm not sure how much the upgrades are going to be at this time, but once I find out I will post some links in the description below. So there we go then guys, that was the brand new Pinecone Models 1/12 scale UTV. For the price, this thing is really cool, and I would definitely grab one if you're looking for something new and something different. So drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of this little UTV. I'm always interested to hear from you guys, and if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Cheers for watching, see you on the next one, take care.